Something borrowed, something blue. Give us all your juicy news, sensational, irrational. It's Wedding Confessionals.
Welcome to another episode of Wedding Confessionals. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Pam.
And the only thing we love more than weddings.
It's talking shit about weddings.
Oh my God. I'm in such a wedding bubble right now.
I know.
We're still riding high. I know this is going to be airing later, but we're still riding high from the royal wedding. We're like a couple days out.
We are.
And then also Adam Rose, our buddy that's been on a couple times. He's getting married this Saturday.
Yes.
It's happening.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I texted him, OMG, Adam, so excited you're getting married this weekend. That is all. Like, I just wanted to say hi. Mm-hmm. And he went, oh, so glad that you texted me. Can you help me clean up? I mean,
and how'd you respond?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna help. Okay, it's the
That's
groom.
The thing. You have to say yes.
The groom
you can't
says
say no. You can't say no to that.
Yeah, I was like, we'll make it work. My back is still recovering, but I was like, I'll donate, Tristan.
There you go.
So because Adam is getting married and we met in college, a lot of my college buddies are starting to roll into town, and one of them is my friend Erika Villalba. Who is here tonight with us in the studio.
Yay!
So happy to be here.
Yeah, ready to talk about some wedding chat.
Yes.
So Erika, we first of all discussed that neither of us were prepared for the weather this weekend for this upcoming wedding.
No, I am dressed like a spring day. This entire week, I came to LA dressed like it's 1,000 degrees out, and I am wrong.
It's warmer on the East Coast.
It's much warmer in New York right now than it is in LA.
Yeah, it's roughly like 68 degrees and cloudy.
Yeah.
So so I definitely, and I double checked today, the wedding is outdoors.
Awesome.
So
my little lace dress is going to be amazing.
There is apparently a place where we can tuck in to, quote, warm up when we need to, but like we're fucked. So I'm going to try to, if you want to borrow a scarf from me or whatever, we'll make it work. Yeah.
Adam, you need to add heaters.
I'm going to adjust. I've been to an outdoor wedding that got a little cool, so I got an outfit plan, but man, the second I realized that it was going to be cold, I'm like, oh, fuck. And then my buddy Paul, who's also going to the wedding, our friend Paul, who will be on the podcast soon.
He will.
He just said, we'll just dance till we get warm.
There you go.
And I was like, yeah, bitch.
I like that idea.
That's a sexy solution.
Dance till we get warm. It's
to like an unsexy problem.
An R&B song waiting to happen. That is a baby making song.
Yeah.
So Erika, the way the show works, just so you know, and if you're a new listener, is that we have on a guest every episode. That guest kind of talks about their personal history with weddings.
Okay.
And then after that, we dive into the wedding confessionals, which are listeners submitted. Sometimes it's questions, sometimes it's rants, sometimes it's stories.
Can't wait.
It's all anonymous. It's all fun. And then we
Yes.
help either answer the questions or just chat about what they've sent in.
Can I give like terrible advice?
Sure.
Is that allowed?
You know
Yeah.
what? Follow
Awesome.
your bliss.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Just going to give the worst advice.
Whatever you
I
want.
actually love this idea. But we like to get to know you first so we sort of understand your perspective and what you're thinking when we get to the actual, especially the advice section, which now we know your intent is to just send people down the wrong path.
Just a rabbit hole of nightmares. That's the plan.
So
This is going to be fun.
Also, I'd like to point out that this is, I think, the latest we've ever started an episode. We just kept, everyone showed up late, which was totally chill, but then we all just started shooting the shit. We're starting at 10:30 at night.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You're on vacation.
Burning the midnight oil tonight.
This is going to get fun.
Yeah.
So the first question we like to ask every, I almost said contestant, but the word is guest.
Guest.
Is, well, when we remember, is how old were you when you went to your first wedding?
So I called my mother today actually to ask her.
You did?
Yeah, because I was like, I couldn't remember. So to begin, I'm from a large Hispanic family, and in the Hispanic community, maybe this has changed, but in the 80s in the Hispanic community, children were not left at home. Like you brought your babies to the wedding. So I think, I I must have been at weddings when I was a baby. And I'm sure the first wedding I can sort of remember is being a ring bearer at one of my mother's cousin's weddings, or a flower girl. I don't remember what I carried, but I definitely carried something.
Yeah.
And I think I was about 4 years old.
Oh, so little guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Ruth is crying to
Is
be
she?
let in. Yeah, I know.
Aw.
It's time. Tristan was eating rotisserie chicken, so she was entertained, and now I guess that has ended, and she's going to join the show. Hi, Ruth. Welcome.
She's so cute.
My little Muppet. So you're originally from Miami.
Yes.
Okay. So Miami Hispanic culture is everybody comes to the wedding.
Everyone, yeah. There's no leaving a child behind at the house with a babysitter.
So these are big weddings.
These are huge weddings.
Really?
Yes. And like they're often hundreds of people. They're very loud. It's all about the dancing. The
They
food
sound
is,
fun.
yeah.
They're dance till you get warm.
Yeah. Food is secondary to the dance and the drink.
Oh, really?
At a Cuban wedding. And they're great. Like, I remember some really the wedding that sticks out in my mind the most is it's another cousin of my mother's, and it was a huge, ostentatious, like, I might have been like 9 years old, and it was just like they probably were paying $200 a head, so there's just no reason to bring a 9-year-old to this wedding, but my family did it anyway.
You're going to appreciate the filet mignon.
Yeah. I mean, I probably ate steak that night. Yeah. And it was just this wedding must have cost a fortune. I remember the bride's dress was enormous. We're related to the groom, but I just remember she looked beautiful, and it was a big poofy Princess Diana dress. And I find out years later, my mom told me that that couple went on their honeymoon and came back 3 weeks later, divorced.
What?
That wedding, that marriage did not last past the honeymoon.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, what happened? And turns out he's gay. My mom's cousin. We don't know like if he came out to her at the honeymoon or if they like figured some stuff out. We to this day, none of us have, and we're certainly not going to ask. None of us have
Sure.
any idea what happened. We just know that like after this giant, like probably the fanciest wedding my family's ever seen, that ended quickly. And I just,
Oh my gosh.
ever since then, I've never really trusted like a fancy wedding. I'm always like, what are you trying to prove?
But that's like, was the 80s?
It was the 80s. Yeah. Late 80s.
A different era.
Yeah.
For
Lots
sure.
of pressure probably socially.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
Of course. I felt bad. I mean, now I'm sure he's very happy.
Yeah.
Living his truth and being who he should be. But
Yeah,
like
sure.
back in the day, yeah, he couldn't. And he accidentally made it all the way to, I wonder if he was, in my mind, he probably was trying to like back out of it earlier and like couldn't find the time to do that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Big weddings.
Holy cow.
Damn. So that's when you're 9.
Yeah, that wasn't like a 9. I didn't find out the drama
Right. They weren't
behind,
cluing you in.
behind the whole thing until I was in my 20s. But yeah, that was when I was 9.
Cut into your third piece of filet mignon. You're like, tell me, spill all the tea.
The groom's an excellent dancer.
So wait, how many weddings did you go to as like a kid? Was it like a constant like every other weekend thing, or was it?
No, probably like, but a few a year. So
Okay.
I mean,
That's
probably
decent.
probably at least a dozen or so, I'd say, or more.
While you were a kid?
While I was still a kid, like
Wow.
just family weddings.
So you had a lot of family in the neighborhood, like in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot big family in Miami. Yeah.
And besides your flower girl / ring bearer, were you ever a part of a wedding, like as a bridesmaid or maid of honor?
Yeah. So I also remember my Uncle David's wedding. They like threw me in at the last second. They were like, and I think maybe one one of her nieces backed out or something. They were like, we need you to come in. I wasn't like, there was no outfit. I was just wearing what I was wearing to the wedding, and I don't
They
even
needed
remember.
to keep it even.
Yeah, I don't remember even what I did. I think I carried something down the aisle.
So you didn't have
for
to have like
them.
a dress that was like made for you for the event.
Nope, I was just wearing whatever
You showed up in.
I showed up.
Right on.
But like literally, like they just picked one up off the bench, and I was like, "Put me in, coach."
Wait, you mean like that day?
That day,
Oh.
they were like, "Hey," I think it may have been a book that I was carrying up to the. She's also from a very Catholic family, so that's like a wedding that included a mass, and it was a big
Yeah.
Right.
And that was also funny because like her half, if you've ever been to mass, her half like got up to do the like body of Christ thing, and
Yeah.
our whole half just sat down.
Just like one side.
Not a religious family, like Catholic. Kind of incidentally, it was my family. Like,
Yeah,
not
culturally
really into it.
Catholic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I remember that one. And then as an adult, I've been in 2 weddings. I was a bridesmaid in one and a maid of honor in one.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
How was the maid of honor pressure? Was it tough?
It was really fun. Like I was really young and I didn't know to have pressure. I just remember wanting to have a really good time, and it was a blast. It was done in Atlanta. Our friend Paul flew down for that one, actually.
Oh yeah.
So we might discuss this one later because that was an interesting wedding too.
What happened?
It was just like the groom's,
You can tell the story. It's fine.
the groom's mother was his best man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Groom's mother was
Yeah.
the best man.
And he has
Okay.
friends. This is not a situation where there were no other options. Like he had a lot of dudes in his camp who could have done it, but
How did we reach that point? Did the bride think it was weird?
she didn't care for it. I should also say this couple is no longer a couple.
Oh God.
This couple is now a divorced couple. I think they're both very happy with that decision,
Yeah, I mean,
and they're
listen,
fine.
people get
Sure.
divorced. It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
But yeah, the groom's mom was his best man, and her speech. I remember her speech at the wedding seemed very like possessive.
Well,
Oh.
her role to begin with was a little
Yeah,
overreach.
it was weird. It was a weird. Yeah.
So wait,
I mean, she could still give a speech. You don't have to be the best man to give a speech at the wedding later on.
what was
Just
your
saying.
How early on did you learn that this was the dynamic that was going to be set up for this wedding?
Oh, good. I think the week of.
Oh,
I think. So I'm also trying to remember now. Like I didn't go down the aisle with her. She was already there at during the ceremony. I must have gone down the aisle with another groomsman. Because I definitely would remember going down the aisle with a middle-aged woman. If I was maid of honor and she was,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I had to follow her speech.
the mother of the groom, was she still married to the father of the groom?
No, she was
like a single
she
mom.
raised him as a single mom. They were very close.
Very close.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to say it was sweet. Like it was meant to be sweet, but it came off a little strange. It was weird.
That's weird.
It's weird.
It's pulling a little focus, Mom.
It's a little weird. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I just think like that because it looks kooky and weird, and like you're already the mother of the groom. That's already a big deal.
Yeah.
Why did you have to invent a new position?
Yeah, you already have that.
PSA to everybody out there. I think that's weird. I don't think you should do it. Wait, you give bad advice. What do you think?
Do it. Have your mom be the person who marries you. Have their mom be the
3 different roles.
Yeah.
Yes.
She should
Officiating happens sometimes.
let that bitch cater if she wants. Do it. It should always be about the groom's mother. The whole wedding.
I do remember when we were in the early planning period. I don't know if and when Andy came on the podcast, how her mom is always so helpful, whatever. And I remember like in the planning of the wedding, her mother at one point was just like, "I'll just bring a salad."
Yeah.
Mom, you're not bringing a salad to my wedding. Like, are you kidding me?
No.
I'll just bring a salad. And she's like, you're not catering the wedding, mother. She's so sweet.
That's so sweet.
Well, because her mother had a very like small backyard wedding, so she just associated with like it's gonna be really tiny. But like Andy was having like probably about 80 to 100
Bigger,
people,
yeah.
and she had hired a caterer, a friend, Bree, who's also been on the show.
Yep.
But her mom was just trying to be helpful. I was like, I'll just make a salad. It's like, mother.
They should have let her. They should have just let her make that salad. and
Let's
put
be
it on
honest,
the-
she might have.
She probably did it.
Jennifer might have gone rogue. So anything else? Wait, the speech was possessive?
So yeah, it was a little. I'm trying to remember because actually this was a while ago now. I just remember being like, oh,
And it was
no,
traumatizing
I
that your
have-
brain probably had to like tuck it away.
And also, I was like trying to like on the fly be like, what am I going to say to follow this speech? She was.
Oh, because you had to make
Oh.
a speech too.
Yeah, because I was
Did
maid
you
of
have
honor.
your speech planned though?
I did, but mine was very light, and in fact, I just kept it very light. But she was very much like. It was very it was like my son is an angel.
Oh, she
Kind of.
loves
She
him.
loves her son, and he takes care of us. But she talked about him and her, and like never once mentioned my friend, the bride. I do not believe the bride was mentioned at all.
We're not surprised that they're not together.
Aw,
Yeah.
That's sad and
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, yes.
Everyone's happier now for
Yeah,
it. So-
everyone hopefully worked out
Yeah.
and we all grew. That happens. Was there something weird with the cake at that wedding?
There was. So it's a Southern wedding. I forgot about that. It's a Southern wedding, so there's a groom's cake, which I only know about because of Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, I
Yep.
had that cake.
Excellent film.
Yeah.
Similar to the Steel Magnolias groom cake, this groom had a like football field cake, and on the football field were all his like favorite characters from pop culture. So it was a football field,
Like a sheet cake?
like a sheet cake, but like a small cake.
Okay.
It wasn't very big. And it was like a sheet cake, like shaped like a football field, but like Darth Vader is on the football field, and like some characters like Jean-Luc Picard is on the football field, and like different characters from his childhood.
This is like a manic 8-year-old birthday cake.
Yes.
It looked exactly like that. It looked. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the groom's cake.
Were you able to keep a
There
straight
should be
face
more
when you
groom's
saw
cakes.
that cake?
No.
Or did you laugh?
No, I did not. And I did not. I wasn't good about like holding my tongue either. I was like, are you kidding with this cake?
You're like, I just sat through that speech. I've had enough.
I can't be polite any longer.
I think the mom, if memory serves, the mom actually is the one that ordered it. And like,
Of course she did.
She wanted to like surprise her son with this like cake of like,
Wait, it was ordered to look like that?
yeah, it was made.
Imagine the bakery having to
Brooke's
take
like,
that
that
order.
was done on purpose?
Yeah, it sounded very homemade, but just imagine like the bakery being like, and you want what now?
Uh-huh.
And then
Do you want Happy Birthday Tyler on the
Happy 8th birthday.
how
Happy-
many? Do you need 7 candles or 8? Ugh,
Oh my God.
no bueno.
Yeah, that wedding was interesting. It was fun,
You're a
though.
trooper. And you were a bridesmaid.
Maid of honor,
I was
right?
maid of honor
Maid of
at that
honor.
one.
Yeah.
Right, but no,
Yeah.
but you were a bridesmaid in another wedding?
I was a bridesmaid at another wedding that actually just nothing went. Oh, the one thing that went wrong, which is nobody's fault, was instead of a DJ, they had just like an iPod.
Sure.
And at some point, someone knocked it over, and it like broke during the reception. So and there was like a 5 minutes where everyone's like, "What do we do? We have no music." And then our other friend just swooped in like a angel charging, and she plugged in her iPod, and her gym mix was like the rest of the playlist for the and it was
Wow.
awesome music. It was good. And I remember being
You're like,
so
I would exercise more if I had this mix.
yes. And I just
She
was
saved the day.
so impressed with her gym because my gym mix is so aggressive. And like it's all songs about like, you know, like charging forward, and like I always have to pretend I'm in an action movie to actually go to the gym, otherwise I won't do it. So my gym mix would just be the worst to dance to at a wedding, and hers was perfection.
My gym preferred music when it comes to like going to the gym, because like if I'm trying to like count how many times I'm like lifting a weight or whatever, I can't have like music I actually like because I have to be counting, and I want it to all be sort of the same pace. So I will listen to like the douchiest current pop that like I don't actually like, but because it has like the same beat. And then what ended up happening was, you know how much I love Spotify and I listen to
Yes.
Spotify a lot.
Yep.
They do that annual review where they send you this like interactive information about your favorite songs of the year. And like the Chainsmokers came up a lot. And I was like ashamed. You do what you gotta do.
There's some Ricky Martin in my gym mix.
Oh.
There's some Cup of Life happening.
Oh
in my
yeah.
gym. Like there's some old songs that I'm like slightly embarrassed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have some embarrassing hits in there. But yeah,
For
swooping
sure.
in with a gym mix.
I mean, like, and also like she
Gave me
brought her
some-
iPod to the wedding. Like that was genius. Who?
Yeah,
like,
just in case.
Who did? Yeah.
yeah.
I will say there was a time when my husband's brother was getting married where the DJ was totally just like not doing
good.
great.
Yeah.
And the groom was like, I just want 80s music. And the DJ was like, don't have it.
What?
So I had to go up there with my phone and just use like the iTunes with him. This is before like Spotify. It's just like go iTunes, and I had like the same thing where I had like a couple 80s songs on a mix, and I was like, just play these. I don't know. And it was like 5 songs. Like the man wants an 80s hit. Like,
Come on.
that's not too much to ask.
That's
You're
like
a DJ.
Wedding 101, right?
I know.
You'd think.
He had a bunch of country hits, and nobody there liked country music. But it was Texas.
Yeah.
I think I just hired the wrong DJ. It happens.
Yeah.
I know, but it's okay. I swooped in there, but then I didn't have my phone, and that was like bizarre because it's modern age, and without that, you feel like you're losing a limb.
Yeah. How are you going to live tweet the wedding if you don't have your phone?
I know,
True.
for sure. LOL, this DJ sucks. Send. Tweet. So wait, are there any other crazy wedding stories? You those are the ones you've been in. Is there any other weird wedding stories?
The other strangest wedding I've been involved in is I used to work for a Libyan oil billionaire.
Like you do.
Okay.
As one
Yep.
does, as one with a theater degree does. I was his sort of New York assistant, as his Gal Friday in New York, and his son was getting married in Cairo, and at the pyramids.
Oh,
And you were helping out of New York.
They rented the pyramids.
What?
For this wedding?
You can rent the
freaking
pyramids?
So to explain, at the time, this man was the richest person in Libya whose last name was not Gaddafi. Like
Wow.
Rockefeller level rich. So yeah, you can rent the pyramids when you have that kind of money. And
Wow.
yeah,
Who knew?
it was a 3-day wedding. It was like a big affair, and my job was to get the American guests to that wedding. So I had to rent a private jet that could fit like 100 people. So I basically like called airlines and was like, can I rent a plane?
What you got?
Yeah, what you got?
Hey, Delta.
So I rented a plane from like a small airline, and then had to like make sure all the New York guests or the American guests were in New York at the right time to get on this flight. The flight took off from New York, went to London, picked up people in London, and then flew to Cairo, stayed there for 3 days, and then flew everyone back. That was my job, was making sure that got handled. And there were some celebrities on the plane.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, like can I drop names?
Do it. I mean, can
I mean,
you?
I'm not. I didn't sign an NDA, so I
Do it.
Then yeah.
I believe Mr. De Niro was on that plane, and
Wow.
Mr. Keitel was on that plane. And the one I remember being like really interested in was Patty Harrison, who was married to George Harrison, but she was
Yeah.
also married to
yeah.
Eric Clapton.
Yes.
So the song Layla is about her, but also the song Something is about her.
Yeah.
So
She's got a lot written about her.
yeah, so she's
Yeah.
like royalty. And I got to talk to her on the phone because I had to like make sure she knew where she was going. And like she was one of the people I had to call who didn't have an assistant. And I was like, Patty Harrison should have an assistant. She's rock royalty. But I got to talk to her on the phone. That was very cool.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can rent the fucking pyramid.
You can rent the fucking pyramids.
My mind is blown
Wow.
right now.
I know.
So if you're planning your DIY wedding and you want some tips, You can rent the pyramid.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Really low budge.
I mean,
Can you find that on Pinterest?
Oh my God. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You can rent the pyramids. You can rent a private jet for 100 people just to get some celebrities at your wedding.
I wonder if they're still married because you said like big weddings.
Oh, you're right. Like the more ostentatious the wedding, the sketchier.
Do you know the
Yeah.
guy's name? Can you look it up right now?
I do not know his name. I could probably, that family's pretty famous. I could probably like
Figure it out.
Google my ex-boss and like go from there. Probably. Let's just say they're probably still together and they're very
Probably
happy.
happy.
They're very wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, you got the money. That
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah.
My God, that is a great final wedding story.
Yes.
You can
yes,
rent
it
a
is.
pyramid.
You can rent a pyramid.
Yeah.
There you go.
So goals, everybody.
Learn something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forget the town gazebo. Come on, guys. Step up your game.
Who's in your bridal party? This mummy. So bizarre. So I think we definitely understand your point of view with weddings, and we already know that you're going to give terrible advice.
Yes.
So I can't wait
This
to
is
get
gonna
into
be fun.
it. Are you guys ready to read some confessionals?
Yes.
Yeah. Pamela, you want to go first?
Yeah. All right. Hello, ladies. I want to tell you a crazy wedding that I went to recently. Let's start by saying this lady had previously told me that she was struggling to figure out how to plan her wedding back when they were both engaged. I asked her what her budget was, as that was the best place to start. She said, well, she was trying to stay under $60,000, but if she ended up going over, she might as well spend up to $80,000. Sure, $60,000, then an extra 20 grand. That sounds reasonable.
How many pyramids can we get for that?
I believe you could get a quarter of one pyramid.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Sorry, go. Keep going, Pam.
Anyways, we drove to the wedding ceremony in the city. Bride was 30 minutes late, and the best man was so stoned out of his mind, he kept talking and weaving back and forth on the altar. I thought he was going to take out the bride. Then we had to race down to the reception, which was at this very expensive golf course in the middle of nowhere. We arrived around 5 o'clock when they suggested all of us had to eat. All that they had for us to eat and drink was bottled water and 1 glass of champagne. No snacks, and all drinks were at least $8. Finally, the bride and groom arrived and got their photos taken while we were there waiting and watching them. By about 6 o'clock, we were all starting to get really hungry. Then it was 6:30, then it was 7, and I was about to eat my own hand. We finally got seated about 7:30 and got served our first course, which was soup, at 8. I was ready to flip the table. Our main dish didn't come till about 8:30. By then, so many people were drunk off champagne and no food, things got really rowdy. One of the guests was an MMA trader and was starting fights in the parking lot. A bunch of people were getting high in the main grass court, and the rest of them were falling over on the dance floor. I found out they had a couple of bottles of Crown Royal that they drank before the dinner in the parking lot. Also, the cake was unimpressive, and the whole thing was overpriced. $60,000? Turns out she spent close to $80,000 from Money Doesn't Buy Everything.
But it does buy an MMA player.
Oh my God. So feed your guests.
Yeah.
I will say, I learned really early on. I think I was like I want to say like early 20s. I don't even know if I was in like drinking age yet, but I went to a wedding and there was a problem with the food. And I remember from then on out, I was like, I will always have a granola bar in my purse.
Ooh.
And every time I go to a wedding, I just have like a little protein bar, just something.
Genius.
Just something to
Just
get
in
you by.
case.
Because sometimes there's a snafu or the cocktail hour, there's not really enough food. And
Or
I'm
they
an
do
eater.
speeches before they serve you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not
it's
cool.
like, how much more better would that experience for that woman have been if they each had a granola bar at 5?
Where did they spend that money, though? If the cake wasn't good and they weren't feeding, I mean, it was a cash bar?
I was going to say.
Like a cash bar throws me.
Yes.
Cash bar.
Yes.
$8.
Where did they spend the money?
Have you guys ever been to a wedding with a cash bar? I haven't.
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
Can we spill some tea about this wedding?
It's been a while. I think I remember more in like the 80s weddings having cash bars, but it was a friend's wedding and it was in a nice hotel, and I don't know if it was a thing with the hotel that they had to do that, because maybe with the liquor license
it's got to slow things down, right?
Yes.
Because
especially it's before like Venmo. You can't be like, there you go.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And who brings cash?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was it in the? You probably remember? Was it in the invitation? Like cash bar, heads up.
Probably.
I don't
not.
remember, but no, I think it may have been. I feel like I knew.
Yeah.
But I was like tucked in the corner on that one.
It's such a strange decision to me to have a cash bar.
Also, I think it's very odd. It's clear that the person who wrote the story isn't super tight with the bride. It's weird that she was telling her the amount of money she was spending. Right? That seems a little tacky to be like, hey, casual friend, this is how much money I'm dropping. This is also how much money I make and how much my car is worth. And you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I think it could be the bride, too.
What do you mean?
The bride was probably spilling. She's probably proud of how much she was spending.
No, she's the one. The bride is the one telling this girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
Why would you even tell her? Like, why would this even come up? Who asked you how much you spending on your wedding?
I ask everyone. Hi, nice to meet you. How much do you spend on your wedding?
Hi. What is your annual income?
I love your house. What did you pay for this house?
My God. So awkward. So awkward.
But also her like budgeting. She's like, I'll try to keep it under 60, but I'll spend 80. I'll 100% spend $80,000 if I have to. That's crazy.
I want an MMA trainer at a wedding. That sounds like fun. It's like a cocktail hour entertainment. I'm like, teach us all how to fight. Let's do it. Just a couple
They
people.
were starting them on their own.
Yeah.
I don't think they were entertainment.
I know. Good God. Yeah, but I think that we can all learn. Just one, as a guest, have a granola bar or a protein bar.
Yes.
Have it tucked away.
Good advice.
Solid advice.
Solid.
Yeah,
I learned on my own.
Here's the thing.
But you got to have food.
Food.
Put out a plate.
Food.
Just put out a plate of
is
cheese and
important.
crackers. Even if it's like cheesy and cheesy, huh? But like not really that classy. Just any sort of just people need sustenance just going in.
Yeah.
Just to keep the crowd from revolting.
Yeah.
I mean, these people at some point got a little violent, it feels like. They're starting fights in a parking lot.
I wish I'd gone to this wedding.
That sounds fun.
Awesome wedding.
No, I don't like being hungry. Fuck that. I want to go to this wedding.
Well, yeah.
Would you go to this? Would you be happy at this wedding? Would you go?
No.
Erika's in. She likes chaos.
I love like an MMA fighter starting like downing a bottle of Crown Royal and then going at it in the parking lot.
Yeah. If I had a granola bar, I'd be fine.
That part is fun. But a glass of champagne, I'm out.
Right.
Yeah, I had a glass of champagne tonight.
But, oh my God.
Okay, maybe two.
Well, that's because post-royal wedding, because no one drank during our screening because it was at 3 a.m., we have 5 bottles of champagne in my fridge.
It's true.
So, like, we're celebrating a lot right now.
We are.
We're celebrating the royal wedding for the next 2 months.
Still.
I have a question about the royal wedding. Were you all, when you saw the celebrities there, were you all like, who are they friends with?
Yes.
Like, are they friends with the groom or the bride? Which one's friends with Tom Hardy?
Well, also, like, I've never seen Suits. So half of the actresses, I'm like, how do I know? Like, you look like somebody, and I'm sure they
Well,
are
they kept
Suits
panning to them,
actresses
and I'm like, I have no idea
that have been
who
in
this
other
is.
stuff, but like I've never seen Suits. I'm like,
know.
who are you? Did I go to college with you? Like, how do I know you? And they're like, I'm on Suits, and I'm like, huh. It was a beautiful wedding.
It was wonderful.
It
Yeah.
was.
You ready to move on to the next one?
Let's do it.
Okay, story number 2.
You're up.
Dear Wedding Confessionals, what's expected in terms of gifts for the bride if you're part of the wedding party? In my case, a bridesmaid. Along with the expense of being a bridesmaid in general, you're also expected to give a wedding gift as well as a bridal shower gift. I've also heard that it's expected that the bridesmaid/maid of honor are supposed to give the bride a gift on the wedding day, separate from the actual wedding gift. I know no one needs to give a gift if it's not in their budget, but I'm just wondering in terms of social expectations, are you also expected to bring a bridal gift on the day of the wedding? What? And And what about bringing a gift to the bachelorette party? Last year, I was a bridesmaid once and the maid of honor once, and I was not consistent on what I gave gifts to the bride. Luckily, they do not know each other. But going forward, I'd really love to learn the quote rules. Thanks for taking my question and for keeping me company on my commute. Keep up the great work from bridesmaid to be. So there's a lot of questions. It's all, basically, let's talk gifts. That seems to be the question. I don't want to be tacky, but I also don't want to go broke. That seems to be the theme.
Yeah, but there's one in particular. I had never heard of like the maid of honor expected to give the bride a gift on the day.
No,
that I feel like this woman, like that friend, is trying to shill this woman for extra gifts.
Well, seriously, I mean, count how many that is. There's sometimes an engagement party, then there's a bridal shower, then there's a bachelorette, and then a wedding gift, and then a bride gift on top of that.
Do you do gifts at bachelorette parties?
Sometimes.
Well, but if you're the maid of honor, you're like spending money.
Right. You're spending money on the vacation and like maybe paying for the bride.
Yeah, but sometimes I've been to bachelorette parties where there's
you
like
bring
games.
Lingerie or
It's like, oh, bring panties or some sort of lingerie. So, I mean, that's something. That
Sure.
is some sort of gift. So it's like 5 or 6. Plus, if you're in the wedding party, you're also getting a dress, you're getting matching shoes, possibly you're getting your hair and makeup done the day of, and nails and all of that. Like, man, that's expensive. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, you definitely should. This is the thing. I think the rule of thumb is that if you're in the wedding party, no one's expecting you to give a big wedding gift because you're already spending so much time and money. So just give a little bit, give what you can, like just a little something, so that you've done something. So you're not like completely not
a crock
doing.
pot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like just give them whatever.
That's a good
like
gift.
Yeah.
It is a good gift. But this whole day of thing, if you felt in your heart that you really wanted to do this, you could maybe get her a tiny little thing that is helpful for that day. Like if something like for that day you think would be really nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just something very small. But you
If
know,
it's part of the like something borrowed, something blue,
or like it's like
sort of
squishy,
thing.
squishy slippers that she can wear while they're, you know what I mean? Like something fun and little.
Yeah.
But I don't think, I mean, we're talking like $25 max, right? Like
Yeah.
we're talking little.
Yeah.
Pam's wanting it to be under 10.
Shit, yeah.
You could give her like a letter, beautifully handwritten letter about how like you're in love with her and like you wish she wasn't getting married today. That's a great gift.
This is Erika giving her great advice.
Great advice. Yes.
That's the best time to drop that information.
I think that the letter should definitely also be like pages and pages long.
Oh yeah.
Like let her like have to invest like 20 minutes of her very busy day figuring out what it is you're getting at, and then at the bottom to be like, you should leave him for me.
And like photos cut out of magazines of like models that sort of look like you guys, but not really.
Cool.
Together. Just, like so that she has a visual to go off of.
Maybe just your journal. Just pass over your journal.
Journal for a couple months and then just like copy paste.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is disturbing.
It's so the idea of giving a bride a gift on her wedding day, if you're not like a parent of it just seems so weirdly intimate to me.
Okay.
Aside from like the obvious other gifts that you have to like, the little token gift feels like unnecessarily intimate.
If you want to give, I will say, if you're trying to think of like a fun, spirited way to like start off the day, and you're the maid of honor or bridesmaid, and you know that you're going to be hanging out with them all day.
Totally.
If you bring like, if it's like a big group and you bring a bottle of champagne and a thing of orange juice, and you're just like, and like a couple plastic cups that are kind of cute, not trashy like Solo, and you're like mimosa, you walk in like let's party, or let's like be a little festive for a minute. Or if it's like a smaller situation, it's just the two of you, it's like a little small split of a champagne, you're like, yay.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do like a little thing like that, but I don't think you need to be giving her like jewelry or something like fancy.
No.
I don't think it's a rule. I don't think it's a rule.
That's weird.
That one. And like you said, like it's whatever you find in your heart that you want to give to. It's like, if you feel if that's something you want to do, then do it.
And if you
But
have
I
a
don't think
relationship,
it's a rule.
you have a relationship with this person. Like you know them pretty well. So you kind of, I imagine, what I like about you is that you're trying not to hurt someone's feelings. You're trying to do the right thing. And I think that's really cool. But I also feel like, don't feel pressure to do all of this stuff and go broke and go over the top when there's so many things going on. I don't think anyone's going to really care.
And honestly, this woman clearly is lovely and like wants to do her best by her friend, which is lovely. So,
I think actually the heartfelt note is sweet if it doesn't end in, I think.
if it doesn't in like a secret illicit love
But
affair.
if you did want to write a cute, sweet card to this person while giving them
actually
something little or even just the champagne, you're like, and I wrote you this note. You're like, love you.
That is
Like,
sweet.
that's nice.
That is actually, that's good advice.
Yeah.
I stumbled on
you
good advice.
accidentally gave good advice. Even when you're trying to destroy relationships.
Yes.
A mixtape? If that technology exists, like in your household,
Like getting together like a Spotify or mixer for the day while you're getting ready. That's kind of a fun gift.
that's a cute gift, and that won't cost you anything.
Yeah.
And it's so sweet.
Yeah, and then you can
Thoughtful.
send it to her as a link to remember forever. Like put it on it's CD. It's so old. No, just send her a link to
I was
Spotify.
literally thinking like like analog, like
Oh yeah, or
1980s
bring
tape.
your boot
With your
box
boombox, your Walkman.
and your roller skates.
Yes.
Zip on over to that wedding. Yeah, I think there are plenty of ideas. Like I think what we're getting at is that, especially specifically for this day of maid of honor / bridesmaid gift, if you wanted to go that route, if you do, go small, go heartfelt,
Yeah.
more effort, less money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't think it's necessarily a rule, which was one of her questions.
No.
It's
But
not
it
a
sounds
rule.
like it's in her brain, which makes you think she's going to do it anyway.
So do it.
Yeah. So do it. But don't spend a shit ton of money.
No.
Also, like giving an object to somebody on a day where they're already kind of having a chaotic day and it's one more thing they have to not fucking lose.
True.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know whether they can read it before or they can like read it later. That's always, it's just always there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You say, read it later and then wink. Make it really creepy. Only Pam is giving good advice tonight. She's lost us. We started late. The dog has walked out of her dog bed and is now laying on the floor. That's how much she's given up on this night.
She has.
Ruth. The third one. You ready, Erika?
I am. Dear Wedding Confessionals, I went to my then partner's sister's wedding. We'd been together about 6 years, lived together, etc., etc., and I thought I was close with her. After the ceremony, the wedding party went outside for photos. I wasn't invited to be in any of the photos. I spent the rest of the afternoon puzzled and sad. Flash forward 2 years, I've discovered he'd been cheating on me for 4 years.
What?
Now it made sense. She'd known, I'm assuming she means the bride, she'd known and didn't want me in the photos because she knew I wasn't going to be part of the family long term. From still get enveloped by melancholy at weddings.
4 years.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Fuck these people for not telling you.
Yeah.
That's a long ass time.
I mean, though, is it like, can you imagine like having to deal with that on your wedding day? Like your brother's girlfriend that he's been cheating on.
And you're like, oh.
And you're like, dude,
Oh, break up with her. Come
Can't
on.
have Rachel in these pictures. We know she's not going to last.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
But also, like, not going to last because your brother's kind of a dirtbag.
such a dirtbag. They'd been living together for 6 years, or they've been together for 6 years.
6 years.
And can you imagine going to a wedding with someone that you've been together for 6 years and the bride doesn't want you in the pictures? Like,
Yeah.
red flag. Giant red
I'd
flag.
be hurt too.
Yeah.
She didn't
What?
figure it out for 2 more years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Girl. Sorry.
this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm mad that nobody clued you in about what was going on. I feel like in that bold moment in that bridal gown, I'd have been like, let's tell some truth. Once all the pictures are done, you're like, come here, Rachel. I have some things to tell you. Listen up.
I wouldn't catch the bouquet if I were you.
Oh, God.
Wait, you
What the
stand
fuck?
over here and she tosses the bouquet
'Cause that's
way
the
to
thing,
the
is,
other
like,
side.
She
Just don't make the
knew.
effort.
She knew.
Yeah.
She knew.
Oh gosh, do you think the mother of the bride knew too?
They
and
all
like they all
knew.
knew.
And they let it go for 2 more years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, that
4
family's
years.
not great.
No.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. Oh,
Ugh. Yeah, well, dodged a bullet that you didn't marry that guy.
yes.
Or into that family that was
Yeah.
protecting him like that. I would have been like, you need to break up with her if I knew that information.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's, yeah, because it's weird because you don't usually want to get involved in other people's relationships, but that
Yeah.
seems excessive. Ugh. Well, I hope you found a better person, and I'm glad
And
you're
she
not with
still
that.
loves weddings.
She does.
I love that.
Don't get melancholy at the weddings. Like you're gonna find someone way better.
Yeah.
Dodged a bullet.
Such
Yeah.
a yeah.
That's what you need to see. Thank the heavens that you didn't end up with this dirtbag.
Yes.
Yeah. Get on that dance floor and dance.
Yeah, dance till you get warm.
Heat it up.
We found the title of this episode, haven't we?
Yes.
Well, that was all the confessionals for tonight.
That's it. Yay.
Holla.
Yay.
And now this is the time where we get into our bridal breaks.
Yeah.
Bridal breaks for any of our newer listeners are just suggestions that we give not only to brides, but anyone who is in the process of helping to plan a wedding, of dumb stuff to do that's super fun and has nothing to do with weddings. So just step away from all of the lists and all of the charts and enjoy your life and become a human again. Pammy,
Yes.
you usually give a cocktail or some sort of beverage. Do you have a beverage today?
I do.
Okay, hit me.
So right now, a lot of the horse races are going on, the Triple Crown. And
I had no idea.
yeah, it always happens this time of year. And
Do you like to bet on the ponies, Pam?
You know me. I like to compete with anything.
Oh my God, you're a gambler that bets on ponies?
No, sometimes.
I
Off-track betting?
Love going to the track.
Really?
Yes.
It's fun. The
It's
names
so
are
much
fun.
fun.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
So you bet?
And the horses are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
It's
Yeah.
very foreign to me. I've been to one once and it was fine, but I lost money and I was like, I like to invest. This is not for me.
Yeah, I've never earned money there.
Right. It's not your place of employment.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, totally.
And
go
with
for it.
the Derby,
Fun hats.
and dressing up and
Sure.
and
Pageantry.
you've got your mint julep. Well, there's a cocktail. I'm not doing the Derby one. I'm doing the Preakness drink.
Okay.
This is the official drink of the Preakness.
Cool.
And it's called a Black-Eyed Susan cocktail.
I'm sorry. Is this you punched a lady, black eye?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
She just has black eyes.
Oh, maybe that's it.
As though,
They're dark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
Now
don't-
she's checking.
I have no idea why it's called that.
You're giving us some abusive drink? Look at her now. She's like, I don't
She
know.
said
There's
Crazy.
black-eyed peas.
That's
They're
true.
not knocked out black.
But people.
Keep going.
Is there a flower? Black-eyed Susan?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm going to look it up. Maybe we've been making fun of you this whole time and we're not allowed to. Keep going.
You're always allowed.
No, thanks.
But anyways, so a Black-Eyed Susan is vodka, bourbon, orange juice.
Black-eyed Susan is a flower.
Pam for the win.
We
I
stand
apologize.
corrected. I'm sorry. In this #MeToo movement, we're very sensitive.
Oh my goodness.
Keep going.
All right. So we've got vodka, bourbon, orange juice, and sour mix.
Jesus, this is like a Long Island iced tea.
Never heard of vodka and bourbon mixed together.
Oh, I forget. These horse track things, one of the things you guys get fucked up drunk, huh?
Yeah.
Is that why you like going to the track?
Oh, I just like the betting on the ponies.
You garnish with a cherry and an orange, and it looks delicious, and it'll probably get you pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horse racing.
Makes you bet more.
Yeah. Black-eyed Susan.
Yes.
Okay, I'm in. I mean, I don't know if I'm in. That's a strong... What? Vodka and what?
Bourbon.
Bourbon and
Both.
vodka.
Both.
Damn.
Not
That's-
messing around.
You are not.
No.
You are not messing
Russia
around.
and Kentucky dancing together in that drink.
Oh my God.
That's right.
There's a Mitch McConnell joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to make it. Violent tanks. I'm the worst. So my bridal break is during the time where I was hanging out on the floor with my terrible back situation, besides watching repeated royal wedding footage, I watched a bunch of Netflix specials. So one of the ones that I watched that was super fun, and technically this is wedding related because the word honeymoon comes up, but guys, it's not wedding related at all. It's called the Honeymoon Standup Special, and it's on Netflix, and it stars Natasha Leggero and Moshe Kasher.
Think so.
Okay. I'm like, that's right? I think I said them right. They're both stand-up comedians, and they recently got married. So, and she's currently pregnant. So what they decided to do is this Netflix special. It's a 3-part series. The first part is Natasha's stand-up, which is 30 minutes. The second part is Moshe's stand-up, which is another 30 minutes. And then the third part is a 30-minute segment where both of them are on stage together, and they bring up couples that are in the crowd, and they basically just talk to them about whatever relationship problems they're having.
It's delightful.
And they kind of like roast them a little bit. And they're such fun, witty, really interesting comedians. And they really talk about like their real life struggles, but in this very funny way. And they're very dry. And I was telling them earlier that part of it was like you learn a little bit about their past history and like their lives growing up. And as you're learning about it, you're like, oh, I totally understand why you guys are together.
Yeah.
Like it's like really cool to kind of learn about their relationships separately, and then when you see them together on stage, they have so much chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cute.
You also you should mention that she is like fully like 8 or 9 months pregnant.
Oh yeah.
While they're filming it.
Yes.
So she's in this glorious sequined gown with like her stomach. It's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, she's super duper preggo, and she has like this like fun like fluffy jacket on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and she's just like
Very glamorous.
Yes,
Nice.
it's very glamorous. It's very cool. We were talking about this ongoing now trend of like super pregnant ladies doing stand-up specials.
I am into
with
it.
Ali Wong and now
So into
Natasha.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super cool.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
So that's mine. It's called the Honeymoon Stand-Up Special, and it is on Netflix.
Nice.
Erica, what you got, girl?
So coming up soon, I think in sometime in June, one of my favorite TV shows that I was expecting not to love and I fully love is coming back, Younger, on TV Land. Have you watched Younger?
I have
No.
only seen a preview, and at one point I'm going to marathon it because I love the star.
It's perfect for marathoning. Yes, Sutton Foster is the lead, and the premise is so silly that you think there's just no way they're going to make it work, but it works so beautifully. She plays a woman in her 40s who's divorced, so that's sort of wedding related.
No, it's fine.
She plays a woman in her 40s who recently got divorced and needs to go back
Did
into
you go to that wedding as well? This seems to be a theme with you.
It was a very expensive wedding. It was at the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my God.
And so she has to go back into the workforce for the first time in 20 years, and she can't find an entry-level job, so she pretends to be 24 or 25 years old, and it should not work, but Sutton Foster is such a brilliant, lovely actress that she sells it, and you believe that this woman is 25 or however old she's supposed to be, and she goes into the world of publishing, and it's just candy-colored and beautiful, and it's the guy who made Sex and the City, so it's just all very like delightful to watch. So highly recommend.
Hilary Duff is in it, right?
Hilary Duff is in it, and she's really good. And Debbie Mazar, who I love,
Yeah.
is in it. And yeah, great cast.
And what network is it on?
It's on TV Land.
Right on.
Yeah.
TV Land's getting into
Nice.
the original programming game.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's cool. Yeah. What
That sounds
season are we
great.
on then?
So I think they're starting season 5 now.
Wow.
But I can't tell you enough. Like, it is very bingeable, and I think each season is maybe 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So you can knock them all out in a weekend.
Is it available on like Hulu or something?
I think so.
Okay.
I think
We'll
I'm
put a link.
Such a fan. I watch it like old school on the DVR. So
Yeah.
I am not sure where it
In
streams.
real time.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it streams, but I know it is streaming because I have many friends who have caught up.
Find it.
Yeah,
I would get into that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like
Sounds
a good
great.
one.
so good.
That's good because sometimes you want, especially at night, you want sort of a positive, more like, happy little go lucky show.
Yeah.
Not
That's
something too
exactly
doom
what
and
it
gloom.
is. Amazing costumes too, which I know it's probably very like Sex in the City too. Like, just everyone looks fabulous.
Yeah. Where is it set? In New York City? It
New
feels
York
very
City.
New York City.
Yeah. The
Publishing.
high class world of publishing.
Walking down the street in these heels.
Exactly.
Which you can't really do because like your feet hurt.
A Prada dress on an assistant's salary.
Of course. On a Tuesday,
Yes.
my Prada dress at the office. Fucking love television.
Yeah.
Just really sets us up. Let me get in the workforce. We're like, wait, everyone's just in like these sad turtlenecks. So that's the bridal breaks, guys. We did
That's
it.
it.
Yay.
Erica,
Thank you.
for being on our show, man.
Thank you for having me.
I'm super excited to go to Adam's wedding in a couple of days.
I can't wait to dance till I'm warm.
Dance
I
till
can't
we're
wait to
warm.
hear about it.
I know, it's gonna be so fun. Actually, the next guest we're gonna have after Erica is Paul, and we're recording him the day after Adam's wedding.
Yep.
So we'll probably be a little hungover, and we'll give you a little recap.
It'll be fun.
We'll find out if we got warm. So the last thing we have to do, Pammy.
Yes.
You just grabbed your phone.
I did.
Erica,
It's upside down.
I'm gonna need you to gently remove the phone from Pam's hand.
She's not
Oh,
joking.
oh, she's gripping. She just
You
gripped.
can have it.
Oh, yeah. So she wouldn't let me take it out of her hand, but
Nope.
Erica's a guest.
Yes.
So you were nice.
Yes.
So, Erica, do you have your phone on you?
I don't.
Okay. You can use Pam's phone. We're going to time her in just a minute. Not yet. We'll get to that point and then we'll time it.
We're not timing today.
We're not?
No.
Fine. We're not. It's late. It's 11:30. We won't time. You just can just put the phone down. Don't let her touch it though, because she's going to use it to cheat.
Okay.
So
You're scaring our guests.
well, you know what? I'm trying to scare you. So now we're at the point we want to tell everybody all about how they can find info about our show.
Yeah.
We do this by quizzing Pam. Sometimes she likes to cheat by using her phone where she has stored notes.
Oof.
Yeah. Look, she's so guilty. She can't even look either of us in the eye. She has her chin straight up in the air and she's gazing at the ceiling, all defiant.
Cannot confirm or deny that.
Yep. Hashtag guilty. Pam, if you want to find out more about our show, including show notes, where should you go?
Go to weddingconfessionals.com.
We are on social media. Where can you find us?
You can find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
If you want to find links to all the social media, because none of them have the same handles because our show's name is too long.
It's very long.
It's too long. Where can you go to find all those links?
Find them on weddingconfessionals.com.
If you want to send us your stories, please do. Send us your confessionals. Send us
Yes.
your questions.
We love
We're
'em.
here to help. It's all anonymous. It's all super duper fun. There's 3 different ways you can send it. The first is an email address. What's that, Pammy?
weddingconfessionals@gmail.com.
Have you memorized the phone number?
No.
Okay. You can send. She's so sweet about it. No.
To be fair, who has phone numbers memorized
I mean,
anymore?
Right?
honestly, I've barely memorized this one, and it's been like 60 episodes. So
As she stares at it with a clipboard in her hand.
it's fine. Yeah, it's true. So you can leave us a voicemail. It's all anonymous again. So we just will transcribe what you write or say to us. So we won't keep your ums and ahs or your flubs or your actual voice. So no one can find out it's you. It's all secretive. If you want to leave us a voicemail, the number is 434-933-2663. That's 434-933-2663. The other way to leave us a confessional is to go to what website?
weddingconfessionals.com.
And hit what tab?
Tell us your secret.
From there, you just fill out a simple form. The form is you fill in a name. You can lie. We don't care.
Yep.
And then a little thing that just says, tell us your secret. It's a little box where you just type in little words where you go drama, 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 drama. Send. And you send us all your secrets. So that's the easiest way and the most popular because we don't need your phone number. We don't need your email
Super
address.
easy.
We don't even care. We
Nope.
just want your drama. Also, Apple Podcast / iTunes is always wanting us to push that you should hit subscribe
Yes.
and give us a review
Please.
and give us a rating of how many stars, Pam?
5 stars.
Pam likes 5. I like honesty. If you want to give us a 4, I'm not happy about it, but I honor your truth.
5 stars.
That's very noble.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say that I'm more noble than Pam, but she says 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stoically look in the distance and hope that maybe you'll choose 5. Besides iTunes / Apple Podcast, Pammy, I have
Yes.
to grab a pen. There's too many.
Oh my gosh.
We're in a couple different places.
It's a lot.
Okay. We're going to see how many you know.
Okay.
We're not going to time you because you got upset at the idea of it.
I'm not ready to be tied with this many yet.
Okie dokie. Apple Podcast. What else?
Podbean,
Yeah.
Player FM,
Sure.
Google Play,
Yeah.
Stitcher, Podcast Addict,
Yeah.
Podcast Republic, Podcast Land,
Yeah.
Downcast, Overcast, Castro, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Pod Paradise,
Yep. 2 more.
Spotify,
Yep.
and iHeartRadio Media.
Yeah. I guess that's iHeartMedia now. But yes,
iHeartMedia.
but I'll give it to you. Congratulations.
That was super impressive.
I know. She's super smart.
Whew.
I don't like to give her too much of an ego boost. She's already got it too much. She's already cocky.
That was worth 5 stars.
5
Yay! Erica gave us 5
stars.
stars.
5 stars. So that's it, guys. So Pammy,
Yeah.
I'll see you after Adam's wedding.
Sounds good. I can't
Well,
wait.
All right, we'll see what kind of condition I'm in. Erica, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Special thanks to Andy Schreier for our adorable theme song, and to Ramsey Millay and Brian Maylard for their technical support, which we desperately needed.
Want to make sure you don't miss a single episode? Subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, or SoundCloud, and make sure to give us a 5-star rating, or I guess a 4 if you're being judgy like us.
If you have a crazy story to tell or need some advice, you can reach us by going to our website, weddingconfessionals.com.
Or you can email us at weddingconfessionals@gmail.com.
Or leave us a voice message at 434-933-2663. That's 434-933-2663.
And as always, we will never reveal the names in order to protect the innocent and the annoyed.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And if you're looking for those links, you can find those and more at our website, which you haven't figured out by now is weddingconfessionals.com.
See you guys next time.
Bye.